So, unwritten principles that may inspire you to run. Number 11. This is a male version of it. Now, as a man, not just a man, an alpha. If you're an alpha, if you're an alpha male. Now, please let me, when I say alpha, I'm not talking about these negative things that has been attributed to alpha. Like an alpha is seen as this hard man. No, that's not an alpha. An alpha is a male that understands that he is the origin and source of so many things that are going to happen in his life. Now, everything that would attribute to beta male is actually the alpha. Why a lot of modern day people have attributed negativity to alpha male is because of the misuse of that word alpha. In one of my videos, I talked about the proper definition of an alpha. So, as an alpha, run from seductress. They say, any woman that tries to seduce you, my brother, run for your life. They say, seduction, okay, before we even get into seduction, I would like to define what is seduction, because sometimes we tend to think that seduction is offering you what you don't want. No, that's not seduction. Seduction is actually offering you what you want on a platter of gold. That's offering you on a platter of gold what you secretly desire. In my native parlance, we say, when the black goat you're looking for in the night, someone offers it to you in the afternoon, you dive it. So seduction sometimes is not just from the woman. Seduction is also from you. Because if you cannot manage your urges as a man, and mind you, if you cannot manage your urge, you're not an alpha, you're still a boy. You need to grow up. You have a long way to go. So, if you cannot manage your urges, any prostitute or any loose cannon will seduce you and you will fall for it. Now, okay, let me use an illustration. You have this neighbor, fine girl, here just the, and maybe secretly you've been, how do I, what do I say? How do I go about it, Or maybe you don't even have the courage because of her personality or her appearance, or the fact that maybe she's married or something, or she's engaged, or she has a boyfriend. You're secretly desiring this woman or this girl. Then, maybe one fateful evening, NEPA has shown us their signature. And she comes to you and says, please, I want to charge my phone. You come to charge phone. But she's seductive. She has dressed like everything they show. You are seeing the hair and they like this. Oh boy. You open the door wide. Please come in. In fact, you on 3 generator just to charge that phone. Now, when she's charging the phone, always, as guys, we've gone through that stage where when a woman comes to your house, she is not free to go. You must choke her before you go. So, if you've passed through that stage, you already know how to do it. One thing will lead to another. Though we assume or we say it like one thing led to another, as if we did not plan it, but we planned it. The both of you, because the both of you are sinners, you are culpable, you are culprits. So we say one thing led to another. Now lie. Nothing led to any other thing. It is you purposely planned. This conversation will lead to this conversation. This one will lead to this, or I will say this at the right time, or I will tell her this to spike the. But because the both of you are partners in crime, the show will take place. So now, if such a case happens, and maybe on your own afterwards you'll be like, nah, she seduced me. I did on my own, saying one can charge phone. But you forget that you have been visualizing about this girl. Sometimes you can't go to sleep because you're thinking, how do I dredge these bonchos? seduction is not just a woman offering herself to you. Because if she offers herself to you and you have never, or you're not carried by such urges, you're not your weak link doesn't decide what you do. If she offers it to you, you will turn it down. Maybe you'll be nice enough to do it diplomatically, or you'll be bold enough or direct enough to say, stop this bullshit. So, seduction is not just from a woman, it's also from the man. You can seduce yourself through her, okay? Now, having defined what seduction is, I think I need to mention one important thing. As a man, as an alpha, one of the first things you need to do is to learn to control your urges. Because a chain is as strong as its weakest link. Now, let's use an illustration. If you have a chain, maybe a chain made of small, like this dog chain or something, or any chain, or even if it's a hand chain, but it's a chain, bring two of those such chains. Put one into a rubber band, pass it through a rubber band, pass this one through a rubber band, then draw the chain. The rubber band will cut. Even once the rubber band gets to its elastic limit, it will cut. Or even if it's a chain and a rope, maybe a tiny rope or shoemaker rope or this thread that women use to make their hair, tie it will cut easily. But bring two of these chains and cross it together, then drag it. It may finally cut, yes, but it won't just cut like this other one. So the point is, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. And the weakest link for men is that RPG downstairs, that snake in between your leg. This snake has ruined so much men. More men in this world have been ruined by that thing. If you watch the pages of history, you find out that so many men who had it all and lost it all is that thing. Because the moment you start fraternizing with women who are not in favor of you, or you start making yourself this is my necklace, stay one place, I beg. You start sleeping around, you lose it all. So, as a man, the first principle is that you should learn how to manage that snake in between your trousers, in between your legs. Manage it so that you don't fall into the danger of a seductress. Because let me tell you the truth, a seductress is one of the worst things that can happen to a man. And in our modern day society today, women are walking naked on the streets because there's no time to start hiding it again. They are showing you see a woman, she's a married woman, all her everywhere they open, they see her. What she's telling you is that come and suck. That's it. What she's telling you is that I'm available. If you need me, find a way for us to see, and we'll do it. Because sex is cheap, and women have become cheap. But such women are cheap for cheap men. Because if you're not a cheap man, no matter how a woman offers you, a cheap woman offers you anything, you will reject it. Because you know that she has nothing to offer. So, as a man, you need to become strong by building strength from your weak link. So, you need to learn to build your strength. Okay? Now, there are certain dangers about seductress. One is that a seductress will make you lose your essence. What do I mean your essence? Every human being born, every man, because remember a man is a father, and father is the source, is the origin, is the beginning, is the starting point of everything. That involves what happens in your life and what happens in your family and what happens around you. You are the origin of it. If you don't like what you see around you, you can change it because you have the willpower, you have the strength, it is within you. So, a father, in fact, that's why God is called a father. Not in the male sense of he's a man. No. Nobody has seen God to know whether he's a man or a woman. But he's called a father because he is the source of humanity or the source of creation. Now, as a man that has the source of everything, the beginning, just like you have your sperm that you deposit in a woman and she gives birth to a child for you, you are the source of everything. You are the source. You are the source through which creation manifests itself, or you are the source through which God manifests in humanity. This manifestation comes in forms of your vision, your aspiration, your goals, and stuffs like that. Now, for you to achieve everything in life, for you to achieve anything in life, you have to build up energy. And when you build up this energy, then you can achieve what you want to achieve. Let's take, for instance, if you want to run 100 meters, if you want to run Olympics, 100 meters race or 500 meters, you cannot do that with hunger. You must have eaten very well for the past 1 month, so you have strength to exercise, so that you can compete favorably. Though maybe on the day of the sports itself, you can go on empty stomach, so that you'll be light enough to sprint. But prior to that time, you can never be hungry. So you build up your strength and you use your strength to get what you want. But in the case of a man that wants to lose, or that is about to lose his essence, that is anointing oil, you lose it when you sleep with women. You're not conserving your energy. And as long as you're not conserving your energy, you cannot achieve much in life, because you're dissipating your energy. You're anointing oil, you're dissipating it. Before it builds up, you discharge. Before it builds up, you discharge. Before it builds up, you discharge. And one truth about life is that, see, on an average day, a man thinks of a woman 1,000 times. Now, it takes a lot of psychological, spiritual, and mental energy for you to concentrate and think about women. It tends to derail you from your vision, your goals. That's why sometimes if you want to achieve success, you stay away from women for a while. Because when you stay away, you have the concentration and the energy needed for you to achieve. Then when you get to that point that you have set for yourself, you can now start thinking of women. Because then you're in a better position to now concentrate and say, okay, this is the kind of woman I want. And you get her. So, you need to conserve your energy. Don't dissipate it through indiscriminate sex, sleeping with anybody you see, or any girl that, any itchy leg that comes your way. A girl that has carried, has slept with, a girl that has lost body count, you are sleeping with her. What do you think you're doing? You're hurting yourself. So my brother, wrong. Also, Ben Johnson. See, there are 3 kinds of wrong. Okay, the first one, that's whoop, you move. That one, you move forever. There is another one that you run, bullet run. That one, you know, a bullet, when a bullet shoot gets to its target. So this one, you have to run, get to a target, stop, and stand back and say, come, okay, let's discuss. What do we do? But in this kind of situation, you don't run and wait. No. Run to the next planet. In fact, run out of this galaxy. Make sure that she doesn't see you. That you cannot contact her, you can't see her. In fact, you guys are, if you see her for yourself, you'll be like, if you have to cover your hand with your eye, pass. Cover your eye, pass. Because the moment you get into her, you have destroyed yourself. Now, secondly, or before we get to that, I would like you to do an experiment if you want to experience this thing I've just explained now. If you have a girl, or if you have a wife or something, call her to your house. Maybe let her stay with you for 1 straight month. Knock her every day for that 1 straight month. You will observe something. Your efficiency in your place of work will just go like this. Your strength. In fact, before the 30th day, you every day you may start looking haggard. You start looking like somebody who they put on life support. Why? Because sex takes off a lot of energy from you. One of the energies that science has seen already is zinc. And zinc is the same thing that is released when a sperm fertilizes an egg. It releases zinc that creates a shield so that no other sperm can come in. Secure in territory. There is a high amount of loss of zinc from the brain, and zinc plays a major role in your mental health. That's why sometimes you find people who masturbate a lot or who sleep with women a lot, they are hyper forgetful because they've lost too much zinc. Let's not go there again. Okay, so if you want to do the experiment, do it, but if you don't want, okay. Now secondly, another thing that should make you run from a woman, run from a seductress, run from her if she's trying to seduce you, is this: she's using you. Now we have to accept this fact that women don't love. It's true, I'm not making this up. So if you're a woman and you're watching this, I'm not making it up. Women don't love. If you have money, a woman will she will act as if she loves you, and you give her the lifestyle she wants. The day that money disappears, give it a short while and she will change. Experience has shown that a greater percentage of men who had money and lost it or lose their respect overnight. Moreover, if you did not have money, there's a level of respect your wife gives to you. She may even be talking to you anyhow, or your girl. But when you have money, so it is the money that is the inspiration, not you. These days, you even see women coming to social media and telling their boyfriends or telling their men that men don't deserve it. If you don't have money, I'll pack my children and run away. I'm telling you plainly, there's nothing you can do, because they've told you what they are loyal to. It's the money. It's not about love. Love is not an exclusive right of women. Like in those days when we were kids, we felt women, they love in the air, she loves. There's nothing like mother love. Which mother love? Mother love then father hate? No, that's a monopoly of women, that they have monopolized the society, they have hoodwinked the society, because a lot of them are good and masters of manipulation and deception. So they have manipulated us into thinking that women love more than men. That's why a lot of kids love their mothers more than their fathers. But that's not the real reason. The real reason why men don't love is that men, we don't express our emotions. A man can be dying in silence and he will not tell you anything. That doesn't mean he doesn't feel it. He feels it. So we have been misinterpreted. And that misinterpretation came from the women in our lives who claim that they love us. They have done us more harm than good. So, women don't love. She will only use you. If women used to love, you will see poverty-stricken men marrying very wealthy women. You will see billionaires' daughters marrying paupers. Yes, because she loves him. But even when a wealthy woman, or because women don't down date, is it hypergamous or hypergamious, or I don't know what I saw one video I saw men called it. But women don't down date. A friend of mine, David, he said women don't down date. No, women don't down date. If a woman looks at you and she believes that, or she sees that she's superior to you, maybe in wealth, in status, in height or something, she will never come to your level. She will never date you. Even if she loves you naturally, she will that love, she will use the chain of her mistard, lock the love and throw it into the Atlantic Ocean. And partly it's not really their fault, because we have been groomed in a society or this pedagogy that encourages us to make women believe that their beauty, their outward beauty is a crown, or it makes them a princess, that a rich man will come, and if you don't marry a rich man, then maybe you've not achieved anything. Because I remember in those days when we were kids, when something happens to a girl, they may be like, don't worry, clean it up, clean this, that. Then there's this song they used to sing in Igbo. They said, Onye Jego Jaloge. Now, what it means is a man that has money will come and marry you. So it's a kind of compensation. Now imagine a girl child that has been groomed up in this kind of environment, this kind of toxic mentality, that a rich man will marry you. So all her life, when she grows up, all she's thinking is a rich man. If you're a poor man, you no go walk. So I don't really blame the women for all of this, because it's something that has been transferred from older generations, maybe as much as 600 years ago. I don't know. Women don't love, so she will use you if you have money. But if you don't have money, she won't even near you, or except maybe she has all she wants, and maybe she has heard the rumors or the thing that you are good in bed or something, and she wants to catch phone. But that same one still run away from her because she will destroy you. Because women are good at manipulation. They are very good. Masters of manipulation. They will manipulate you. And that manipulation is doing extensive damage to your life. See. Okay, let me read something. Please forgive me if I'm going a bit spiritual, or if I'm reading from the Bible. If you are not a Christian, I do not mean to offend your sensitivity. If you search in your holy writ, I believe you will find the same thing, because it's a heavenly it's a heavenly instruction. That's Proverbs. I'm reading from Proverbs chapter 5 verse 19. It says, she's a loving doe, let her breast satisfy you always. May you always be captivated by her love. He said, let her what satisfy you. See, if you are married, stick to your wife. Run away from seductress. Run for your life. Now your life in the fine. She will ruin you. So run. Don't stay there like or maybe your genetic imprint. If your ancestor, one of your ancestors is a professor, Professor Ngambi, good, that is habitual on heat period. If that gene is in you, then you have to find a way to bring it down, okay? Because men are under attack now in this generation via feminism, because feminism is an attack. That's a talk for another video, but the point is, run for your life. Run when you see. Don't stand. See, don't say you are strong, so you go say this, you go for. Now lie. The best defense you have against any woman is to run. Don't stand and want to fight her, because the truth is, emotion will always win an argument with logic. Let me paint a picture for you. Has a woman ever stood naked in front of you? Then they say, go feed, want. Or in carry Bobby, they choke you. Bobby that is standing, pointing heaven, the hills from where help come. In carry and they rob you. Then he be like, I don't want. Is it possible? Have you ever been seduced by a woman physically? I'm talking of full-time, open seduction. Have you ever been seduced? And you had the strength, the moral or mental strength to say no. It doesn't work. Even when you know there is danger, you will feel that I can chop and clean mouth and go. Not knowing that just like fish, as fish, they open the mouth to chop, you go hook and catch them. They will catch him. So that chop and clean mouth, that thing you think is free sex, is the one that is binding you. Because I call sex 8, the 8th principle. 8 is 2 circles joined by the middle, but the circles never interlace. They are always like this. How do I put it out for you to see? They are always together like this, but they never get into each other. Now, sex is, women give men sex to trap them into their life. Men want to sex women and run away. So they now meet at that 8. So the question now is, who has a stronger character in what he or she is doing? If she's a master of manipulation or seduction or one thing, or she knows how to rope you into her life, it's her own circle in the 8 that will catch you and drag you inside. And that is what happens in most cases. But if you're strong enough that you can chop and clean mouth and go, you have cleaned your mouth, but you've hurt yourself. Because stolen bread is good, but afterwards your stomach will be full with gravel. Imagine a person who has gravel in his stomach. How would that stomach look like? What will help him? Is it not surgery? It's surgery now. So I think that as a man, don't claim say you're strong. You know strong anything. You strong, yes, is in the physical world where when you are dealing with your fellow men. But when it comes to a woman, my dear, move, run. Don't stay there. Okay? Run from a seductress.